Hey, welcome to another rendition of Math is Easy Step by Step. I'd like to talk more about fractional exponent rules, and I'm just going to dive right into it. This is part two from continuing from part one video. So in this example number one, we'll have 4/5 in parentheses raised to the power of a negative 1/2. And if you remember what the rules for negative exponents, what we do is we flip the fraction. So in the next step, I'm showing you 25 is on the top. 4 is now in the denominators, making this a positive 1/2 exponential power. And remember, in exponential fractions, the top is the power of the term, and in the bottom, it's the root. In this case, it's going to be a square root. So let's go ahead and raise this up a little bit there. Bring it down. And now you can see what I mean. This 25/4 is going to be inside a square root. So you can square root the top and the bottom terms. Okay. Um, this is raised to the power of 1. And so I have a square root. The rule is I need two perfect pairs in the numerator and denominator in order to free up the term from the radical or the square root. I know 25 is 5 times 5. I know 4 is 2 times 2. I've got a perfect pair here and here. I can pull out 1, 5. I can pull out 1, 2. Raised to that first power. So as you can see here, I have 5/2 raised to that first power. And again, that's just like 1 times 1 is 5 to the first power. 2 to the first power, or invisible 1 times 1 would be 2 to the first power. 5/2 is your answer. Let's take another look at another example here. If I'm going too fast, please stop, rewind, and review the video that we have here. So here we got example 2, 1,331 raised to a power of 1/3. And again, the numerator is your root power, which is 1 here. The denominator is your cubed root. So I'm going to put this whole term around the cubed root that you see here, raised to the power of 1. I know 1,331 is 11 times 11 times 11. I need 3 perfect pairs because it's a cubed root just to pull out one value, raised to the power of 1. So here I have 11 raised to the power of 1, which gives me an answer of 11. So again, my purpose here is not to teach you how to complete these, solve these problems. My goal here is to give you examples of how to take these terms, the rules, excuse me, for fractional exponents. Okay, so let's see here. All right, so let's example number 3, moving right along. We have 8 over 24 raised to the negative 2/3 fractional exponential power. So remember, I want to change that negative into a positive, which means I flip this fraction. 64 is on top, 8 is now on the bottom part of the fraction. That makes the negative 2/3 a positive 2/3 exponential power. So moving forward, in a reminder, the 2 is your power. The top part of the fraction is the power raised. And then the bottom portion of the power is your root. Here it's a cubed root. So I'm going to put a cubed root over 64, cubed root over 8. I'm going to make it in parentheses, outside the parentheses, excuse me, to the power of 2. To the power of 2. And that's what you kind of can see over here. 64 cubed, 8 cubed, raised to the power of 2. Now, I know in this next step I'm going to show you that 64, when you break it down to its expanded form, is 4 times 4 times 4. And I know 8 is 2 times 2 times 2. And again, it's raised to that power of 2. Now for a cube root, in review, I need 3 of the same item to pull out just one value. So I can pull out 1, 4. I can free up 1, 4 from that cubed root, and I can free up 1, 2 from that cubed root, which is what I'm doing here. I have 4 over 2. It's still raised to that second power. And don't forget this term here. Each of these terms has that invisible 1 to the exponential power. And if you remember, power to the power, you can multiply power to power. Or 4 halves squared is 4 halves times 4 halves. So let's continue and move forward, and that's what I'm showing you here. 1 times 2. We have the power of 2 raised to both of these terms. 4 squared is 4 times 4. 2 squared is 2 times 2. Continue to simplify these terms, and you can see 4 times 4 is 16. 2 times 2 is 4. 16 divided by 4, or another way to write that is 16 divided by 4 equals 4. So again, there are many different ways to get to the solution of this type of a problem. That was just one way, one method. Look in the future for square roots, cube roots, and how to manually simplify and solve. Hey, this is Math is Easy. Take it step by step. Thank you for joining me.